All right, this is Lynn with Lynns Hangouts, and we're here tonight at Sammy's Rockin Island Bar and Grill with the Skids, infamously known as Skid Roses.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And our target tonight is bass player Ronn Corvette.
Hi, folks.
Yeah, thank you, Ron, for hanging out with us tonight.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
We're having a rockin' good time.
You better believe we are.
In between sets right now.
First set was just slaying it big time. You know, great crowd and filing on all 16 cylinders. It's just working.
I'll say. And you guys do long sets. That's really impressive.
Yeah, well, it's just like the nature of, we're more of a concert style band than we are really of, a lot of bands. I played in them myself way back in the day, 45 minutes, 15-minute break, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You're just getting started, man.
I know.
So just, give them 2 big sets. We give them more music that way, and then everyone's happy.
You keep the fans that way too.
That's
you capture
exactly
them. Yeah,
exactly.
When you quit early or you break early, people lose the momentum.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
so it works for everybody. That's very cool.
You betcha.
Very cool. So you once told me a story about how you got your last name. So I assume. Oh gosh, sorry. The wind is blowing my paper around here.
It's all right.
So I assume that you were just going by Ron for the longest of times. Can you retell the story for your fans?
Well, we're not all blessed to be born with names like Chest Rockwell is. But you're required to have a cool name if you're going to play in a rock and roll band. And so Ron was going to be fine. I knew that. The trouble was coming up with a decent last name. And I'm driving down the highway one day. And a black vet just kind of blew right by me, and the golden lights came down, the angels sang, "Oh, thee shall be called Ronn Corvette," and I went, "That works for me."
That was the name.
That was it. They hit me. I saw they go, "Ronn Corvette." That's it. Touchdown. We're good.
What an awesome way to get your name.
That's the way a lot of it's like anything else. It's life experience. It's not just sitting there imagine.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Things happen. You go, I'm working for that.
It falls in for a reason, into place.
Bingo.
So very cool, very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Well, speaking to your musical side, how and when did your love affair with the bass guitar begin?
Oh, that started a long time ago.
Ooh, when you were a little
in
Ron.
a galaxy far, far away. No, seriously. I was always interested. In a way, I was interested in music. I didn't realize it back then, but listening to my dad's records, I would key in on albums that had pictures of bands playing. Like the Dave Clark 5 had an album called American Tour. It wasn't a live album. That's what they call it. And they had pictures of them, and I just stared at it.
Oh, wow.
And I still didn't realize it until later on. The first band I ever got in, just a little kiddie band, I was going to be the lead singer. Had a drummer and a guitar player, and the bass player would never show up. So I went in house with my grandfather, and I got a bass, and it was just like I locked into it immediately.
Wow,
so
awesome.
I just knew that it's kind of an old phrase, but for me, it's really true. I was born to be a bass player. There's no doubt in my mind.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It just when it clicked, it clicked.
Exactly.
It was there for you.
I mean, I took to it off the bat. I'm not one of those. There's a lot of guys that wanted to be the next Eddie Van Halen or Yngwie Malmsteen. Couldn't come close, so they got relegated to bass. And they don't play it all that well, It's like they don't really have a feel for it. I've had a feel for bass guitar from the start.
Because that was your love.
That's just the way it is, exactly.
Well, I can see that with the way you play. You are amazing.
Thanks.
You
thanks.
really get into it. Yeah. You did some moves there tonight. I'm like, wow. Very cool.
You got to do something. You can't just stand there and play. You got to give them a show. I've always been, those are my influences as far as other bands, Kiss, Motley Crue, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. None of them stand around. They are full on, giving you a visual show as well as audio.
Audio, yeah, very true. You're right, and it does work much better for the fans. So.
Yeah.
I love the one where you raised the guitar up and just slid it down. That was awesome.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a cool little movie. Yeah, like I say, any little thing you can think of that'll work. Keep trying it.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. So. So, and you also play the keyboard. So, is there any story behind that?
No.
You don't?
You interviewed my singer a little bit earlier about his guitar playing.
Yeah.
He plays guitar better than I play keys. A trained monkey can do what I'm doing. I'm just hitting like one note, make a shh sound.
Just to start it, huh?
Yeah, or I might be able to do like a simple chord. What I do, I wouldn't really call being a serious keyboard player.
Okay.
It's just the little extra things it's a part that you just can't get around.
Right, true.
And it's easy for me
Beginning
to
of songs
play.
and okay. Well, so it's easy to learn and just go from there. But your true love obviously is bass. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, very cool.
Exactly.
That's a very good answer because I was wondering about the story behind. Then there is none.
Yeah.
So,
well, there is, but it's not that great.
It's not that great.
Interesting.
Yeah. We'll put that one to rest.
Yeah.
So how did Chest Rockwell find you when he was forming Skid Roses?
Oh, I just happened to be walking down the street one day, and I fell off the street and rolled into the studio.
Did you? You fell off the curb?
No, truth is, I was going to start working. I had actually, we are all familiar as you are with Mike Barnes, and I had always in contact with Mike Barnes about doing some stuff, and I wasn't able to put anything together.
Yeah.
One of the bands he had was going to do a show, and they were a Bad Company tribute. Their bass player wasn't going to be able to make that show.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure, so I didn't have my computer up, so I couldn't pull the songs off. I went over to get a CD of the songs just to make sure they're polished up.
Right.
And it so happens that Chess is working with an earlier version of the Skid Roses. Back when it was called Duke Lacrosse.
Oh, okay.
The drummer hadn't arrived yet. Dave Chapman was playing bass, so he's just flailing away on drums.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, go play bass. And I knew they were to be there. I had this feeling I was probably going to sit in, and I just had this feeling I was going to play Round and Round.
Oh.
And damn if Round and Round wasn't the first song we played.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. I mean, it wasn't my idea. And let's do Round and Round.
And you went, oh, deja vu.
It's Twilight Zone, complete Twilight Zone. But that was a big
Wow.
sign that it might be something going on there.
Yeah.
And Chess and I clicked off the bat.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you share that story with Chest? Did you share that story?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. And he's
Exactly.
like, wow, yeah.
Oh, he knew it.
I felt it too.
Yeah. He was locked into it. He had the one show, he wasn't sure if he wanted to go on, but when Mike says, hey, why don't you and Ron try something?
Oh.
Yeah, that's great. We just, that's when it really took off.
Yeah.
It really took off.
Yeah, very cool. Well, do you play in any other bands?
No, not on a regular basis. I've filled in. I filled in a couple times for Riff Raff.
Oh, okay.
I've done some shows with Cherry Bomb, and I've got no problem if someone needs, if I don't have anything going on,
Right.
sure, I'm there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as far as, I know people, I've got these 4 bands, and they're always trying to move the schedules. No, it's real simple. I play for Skid Roses.
Yeah,
I got
very
free time, I'll let you have it.
Yeah.
Sure, okay, I can do a gig. Oh, sorry, Skid Roses has a gig.
Yeah.
You're going to find someone else, and that's the way it's
my
going to
love,
be.
yeah. That's your first.
I'm old school like that. I don't
Yeah,
want to
good.
play in a whole bunch of bands. I don't have time for it. And it just
yeah.
makes it easier to concentrate and put in all the
Right.
effort for the Skids.
That's true. I was going to say you can really focus on their music and their style and just really go for it. So yeah,
Not very hard for me to focus on. It's my nature, I tell you.
Oh, very cool, very cool. I knew I liked you. That's awesome. So, well, on a side note, your new drummer, Crash Von Bonham, he is awesome. This is my
Yes.
first time of seeing him. I know he's played with you guys for a few times now.
Yeah, no, you saw him before.
No, not playing. I've met him, but not playing.
No, you saw him over at Halftime Bar and Grill. You even filmed it. It's on your website. Look it
Did
up.
I?
Yes, you
Did
did.
I?
Yeah. But you know what? You probably weren't paying much attention.
Oh, I think I came in late that day.
Okay.
I think I was doing double rock. That's what it
okay.
was. Because I
Yeah.
remember afterwards he went over and was standing there and they were taking pictures with him. But I only think I got like 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah, you got one side of him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's true. But
I'm kind of digressing. What did you want to know?
Oh no, I was just
about
gonna say he's
Crash?
doing an awesome job, and I was
Yeah.
just wondering he's adjusting to the group really well, and everybody's happy with him.
It was easy. When Kid made his departure, we were going to do the search,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to make the story. I'm going to give the straight because I like it better.
Yeah.
I wanted us to go through as many drummers as possible. I wanted to see us do a big line so we could find the right guy.
Just really put him through the pace.
Yeah, as soon as word got out that we were looking for a new drummer, we had 10 people in line.
Wow.
So it's like, wow, okay.
Wow.
Crash was the first guy we tried out.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there, they were all going, he's in. I'm going, we're going to hold off. We're holding off. And the truth was, I just sat there and thought about it, and I realized that holding off just didn't make any sense.
Oh.
He was a perfect fit, he was the first guy, and so for all intents and purposes, said, that's it, sorry, we found...
Don't waste their time.
Yeah, because he's like myself and especially Jeff. It's not just some bands that put on the show and put on the costume.
Right.
They kind of like it.
Yeah.
We were there. We lived it. Okay. He was in Los Angeles in the Bay Area during that time.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of people think when they think of 80s hair rock and roll, all they think of is the LA Sunset Strip, and for good reason. But the truth is that scene was in every city and all across the country.
True.
And I was here in the Sacramento scene at that point.
Yeah.
Chest is a little bit younger than us. He was part of the audience scene. So we were all right in that wheelhouse. This is not. This is just something that is a second nature easily to us.
Yeah, wow, that's great. That's why you guys just so blended together and just really put forth such an effort.
And it makes it, that's why I think we do as well as we do.
Yeah, I do too. Because everybody loves you and everybody knows your name. So everybody's like, the Skids are going to be there. Yes, I'm going.
I like that. I like that.
I do too.
Keep this going.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Cool. Was there anything else you'd like to say to Lynns Hangouts and to your fans?
Well, about the only thing I think is if you're watching this, you already know about Lynns Hangouts. So I'm not going to tell you to keep watching. You're going to do it. Go tell your friends about Lynns Hangouts. Make sure they know about it. And while you're at it, tell a friend of yours who's heard of Skid Roses. Get them out there. Spread the word. Let's get Lynns Hangouts and Skid Roses getting bigger and bigger. Never stop rocking all the way to the end, baby.
Nice. Very cool. Thank you so much for your time. Let's go back and rock.
You're welcome. Let's go shred it.
All right.